Hello ladies and gentlemen and welcome to the B-Point Show. I'm your host B-Point and today we are gonna see the best and fastest ways to do the Weapons Expert Challenge. Let's set the scene here. The first challenge is fairly easy. All you have to do is go to any area with some enemies and start stabbing.
Okay, tough guy.
Now I do have 4 methods for you which you can use during any time in your playthrough to complete most of the Weapons Expert Challenge. But first I wanted to mention that some of the challenges, including challenge number 1, can be done during most missions in the game, provided you have the necessary equipment to face each challenge. Or, if you are just starting the free roam and haven't stumbled upon a lot of random encounters, you can use some of those to finish most of the challenges as well. All clear, partner? Cool! Then let's see the 4 methods that you could use to get challenge 1 done, and of course state the pros and cons for each one. If you do not care about getting a bounty, nor do you care about your honor level, simply go to any town in the game and antagonize the first lawman you see 3 times.
Hey, moron!
This will get you wanted by the law, making the game consider them as enemies, which is mandatory in order to finish this challenge. Now take out your knife and kill the first lawman. Next up, sprint towards another lawman and press the attack button to tackle them, then press attack again to perform an execution. And finally do the same charge and execution attack on your last victim, and then it's time for you to
Get out of here!
Yeah,
Ammo!
just fine.
Ammo!
If you do not want to get any bounty but still don't give a damn about your honor level, then you can go to either Butcher's Creek or Van Horn, 2 lawless towns where no wanted level will be applied no matter how terrible your crimes are.
Hey, move it! You off your head!
Once you decided which town you want to terrorize, find any NPC in it, then start antagonizing him into oblivion 3 times to be precise, so you can make all the townsfolk around your
You got it. I guess that's all you got.
Miss? Now a stab, and a second stab, and a first stab, and challenge 1 will be complete. Now get your ass out of here, boy! This one is for the people who do not want to get a bounty and want to keep their honor high while still facing a bit of a challenge doing this, well, challenge. Go to any hideout in the game, then take out your knife, charge the first guy you see, tackle and execute him, then do it again, and once the challenge has been done, just start running. Ouch. This final method is for anyone who cares about their honor level and does not want to get a bounty, while also does not want to face a big challenge overcoming many enemies. Go find any gang campsite in the game. Here are a few spots with pretty reliable spawn locations for said campsites. Just look out for smoke when in the area and you will surely find one. Usually those campsites have 4 or 5 enemies in them, so they are a lot more manageable to deal with than the gang hideouts method. Once you found the campsite, apply the same strategy as before. Stab and kill one enemy. Maybe drink a health potion to stay in shape. Tackle another enemy and execute him. Then tackle the 3rd enemy and finish the challenge. Now you can either run away towards challenge number 2 or take the rest of them bastards down. Once you are done, you will be rewarded with a Weapons Expert holster, buyable and equipable from any trapper in the game, and it can be yours for $12.25. A fair deal, don't you think? First things first, how do you acquire these kind of knives? Well, you can either do the mission paying a social call,
Whoa! Hold your horses there!
and Bill
As lazy as a toad and twice as ugly.
Williamson will give you 8 throwing knives at the beginning of said mission.
You got throwing knives in your saddlebag. Doug said you might... I was asked to give them, and I'm doing you the further courtesy of telling you about it.
Or, after finishing the mission Spines of America,
This is Seamus. He's our new partner.
you could buy the throwing knives from the fence for $2.50 a piece. Once you have acquired your throwing knives, it's time to do the challenge. Now I'll be quick about this one, as you can basically use the same methods as before. Only difference is you don't need to get so close to your enemies to kill them. Again, the easiest and safest method is to go find a gang campsite in the wild. Once you get to your destination, take out your throwing knives and be prepared to enter and exit Deadeye fairly quick. You know, cause you have 10 seconds time limit to do your kills. Once in Deadeye, aim for the head of the first enemy and release your knife. Then repeat the process 2 more times and finish the challenge. The moment you are done with this challenge, you will be rewarded with the amazing sum of $5.25 health experience points? That's something, I guess. Anyway, challenge 2 is now done, so let us see what challenge 3 has in store for us. This one sounds fairly hard on paper, like how the hell are you gonna find 3 birds of prey quickly and reliably in this game? No worries partner, I got your back. But first we need to get ourselves some tomahawks, so after finishing the mission the first shall be the last.
Where's that little Irish pest?
You know, that mission with a lot of shooty, where we get to rescue and meet everyone's favorite Irishman, Sean Maguire.
You know, you're a lot less ugly from that other angle, Arthur.
You now can go to Seamus or any fence in the game, and for just $4 a piece you can buy yourself 3 tomahawks. Or, if you've got no time to save the Irish Terrier, head to this location here, east of the Wapiti Indian Reservation, and on this target you will find the unique ancient tomahawk. And since you technically only need 1 tomahawk to complete this challenge, this one should be more than enough. Now to find ourselves some birds of prey, here is a map where different types of predator birds spawn. My go-to choice is to go near Wangila Lake, as this is a fairly reliable spawn spot for eagles and hawks. Once you reach the area, get off your horse, equip the tomahawk, then start scouting the cliffs for any avian friends chilling about. The moment you spot any bird of prey, get close to it to make sure you are in range of throwing your tomahawk for a kill. You'll know when that's the case when your reticle turns from white to red. Then simply enter Deadeye, mark the target and release. 1 down, 2 more to go. All you have to do now is to go around this area while checking the cliffs, and the moment you spot another bird of prey, just do the same. Get close to the bird to make sure you are in range of throwing your tomahawk for a kill, enter Deadeye, mark the target and release. Repeat this process again for the last bird of prey, find it, get close, enter Deadeye, mark, release, kill. Wham bam, thank you ma'am, challenge 3 is now done. And as a reward you have now unlocked the Weapons Expert gun belt, which can be yours from the trapper for the measly sum of $15.25. Buy it now. This gun belt is made of natural leather and is highly allergenic. A lot of animals were harmed in the making of this gun belt. Do not put the gun belt in your mouth. Do not sniff the gun belt, you weirdo. If you encounter any of the following symptoms: tiredness, coughing, headaches, difficulty breathing, nausea, bleeding from the nose, vomiting, contact your nearest man with a plan immediately and program a trip to Tahiti. Bullets are not included. Speaking of bullets, let's check out challenge number 4. I mean, shotgun shells are technically bullets, right? Meh, they probably are. Anyway, now the question is, how do you craft this type of ammo in this game? First and foremost, you need to learn the recipe for one of the 2 types of shotgun craftable ammo: incendiary buckshots and explosive slugs. Let's start with the incendiary buckshots first. If you finish the mission pouring for foil 4,
Well, at least it ain't your job.
you can buy the pamphlet for incendiary buckshots from any fence in the game for $80.
Nice.
Or, if you go to Copperhead Landing, you can see this ruined shack near the water. And if you go towards it,
I believe I can fly.
once you are inside the shack, you should see a prompt saying examine floorboard. Once you do, Arthur will get his hands on the recipe for the incendiary buckshots. Don't forget to read it so Arthur can also learn the recipe. Now head to the nearest fence and start buying as much moonshine as you can. Then you can set up a camp and craft the ammo there. But to be honest, this process does take a bit of time, and we do like to be as fast as possible with everything nowadays. So after buying another batch of moonshine, instead of setting up a camp, simply just press and hold the key E on PC, the triangle button on PlayStation, or the Y button on Xbox, and you will put Arthur into rest mode. And here you will be able to craft any kind of ammo in the game without having to wait for the camp animations. If you instead want to make explosive shells, you have to either buy the pamphlet from any fence for $81, only after you finish the mission, a short walk in a pretty town.
Been waiting for you, Arthur.
Well, I'm sorry to have kept you.
Then in order to craft said ammo, you are going to need shotgun shell slugs, plus some animal fat which can be found on any of these animals. Or you can also find a pamphlet in the wild, just like the incendiary buckshots one. Only problem is, it's located here in New Austin, and a particular invisible sniper might have something to say about your attempt to explore this side of the world as Arthur. Now I do have a method for you guys to deactivate the sniper for a while. It involves an exploit for the mission Angelo Bronte, a man of honor, during chapter 4, which can allow you to explore New Austin as Arthur. And of course, you can get the pamphlet for free this way. If you are interested in how to do this exploit, I'll link the video in the description below, or you can check it on my channel after you are done with this one. But just so you know the location of the pamphlet, once you reach this area, probably as Arthur, but most likely as John, a building will explode nearby. and if you go check the explosion, you will find a lockbox on the side of the building near the road, which contains the explosive slugs pamphlet. Back to our business though, ammo crafted, now we need 10 enemies to kill. Again, any of the methods to do challenge 1 can also be used to do challenge 4, but the best and fastest method with the least amount of drawbacks would be to go to any of the gang hideouts on the map, Shady Belle being my choice here, but any other hideout will do. Once you reach the hideout, equip your shotgun, make sure you have incendiary buckshots or explosive slugs loaded in, then take aim and start blasting. The 10 enemies have been killed, and now you have the choice to either run away or continue blasting, cowboy. As for the reward for finishing this challenge, you will get $10.50 health experience points. Yoo-hoo, I suppose. 4 challenges out of the way, 6 more to go, so now let's do challenge number 5. This one is a bit annoying. There are a couple of methods you can use in order to do this challenge, but none are very pretty. First method is to go to any town in the game and start killing everything that moves. Kill enough people and your bounty will get high enough that mounted lawmen will start spawning. The moment they spawn, take out your throwing knives and start doing this challenge. Once done, get on your horse and start running out. Boy.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer?
I said get on your horse and start running, cowboy. Oh, for f***! You'll never take me alive! Well, technically I was right. The issue with this first method are obvious. You get a high bounty, you lose honor, and you risk dying. So let's see if method 2 is any better. Simply stay by the side of the road anywhere in the wild and wait for riders to pass you. Antagonize them until they become your enemies.
You ain't tough, my friend, but you know how to look it.
Then take out your throwing knives, enter Deadeye, mark target, release and kill. Once you find them, you can also aim your throwing knife at the rider to instantly make him your enemy. And once he pulls out his weapon, enter Deadeye, mark the target and do the killing. Now find the 4th victim and do the same. And finally find your last victim, apply the same method as before, and now challenge 5 will be done. This method has the least amount of issues between the two of them. Sure, you will lose some honor, but let's be honest, that's nothing that can be fixed with some nice little howdies and hellos.
Howdy, fellas.
So what is your reward for all this trouble? Well, $10.50 health experience points, just like the last time, which is not that great to be honest, but you know. Moving on from this little annoying challenge, let's see what challenge 6 requires us to do. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. All you need is one dynamite stick in your inventory, and if you have none, just go to our good old reliable friend Seamus and buy some boomsticks for $1 a piece. Then get on your horse and go find another gang campsite in the wild. Once there, get out your lasso, charge and tackle one of the gang members to hogtie him, and then simply repeat this process for 3 more times. And once you are done with the hog tying, let's get to stage 2. Bring each one of the 4 gang members in a big cluster together. Take out your dynamite stick, throw it near them, and
Cool guys don't look at explosions.
you are done. The reward you will get for finishing challenge number 6 is $15 plus 100 health experience points. Not too bad, not too great, still better than nothing though. So challenge number 6 exploded out of the way, so let's move on to challenge number 7. For Challenge 7 you can go to this abandoned church close by to Shady Belle, where the Lemony Raiders have set up a scouting spot. Once there, get off your horse and prepare your tomahawk to start the killing partner. Remember to always recover the tomahawk after you killed an enemy, otherwise you won't be able to complete this challenge. Well, this one was fairly straightforward. And for the reward we have now unlocked the Weapons Expert Offhand Holster, which can be acquired from any trapper for the measly sum of $12.25. Plus, the raiders at this church will drop not one, but 2 unique hats, so consider this as a double reward, cowboy. Challenge 7 checked out the list, now let's go and do the 8th challenge. So what does a long barrel sidearm actually mean? Well, any of the sidearms, aka revolvers, the sawed-off shotgun or pistols, except for unique weapons, can be upgraded at any gunsmith in the game to have a long barrel. That's pretty much it. Once you have upgraded your favorite sidearm, all you have to do is to choose one of the methods from challenge number 1. My go-to method here being to kill enemies in a gang hideout, as there are more than 15 enemies there and no bounty nor any honor penalty will be incurred to the player. The moment you have reached the desired hideout, take out only the sidearm you have upgraded with the long barrel and, well, have fun, cowboy. As a reward for completing this challenge, you will be rewarded with $15 alongside 100 health experience points, plus all the loot you can get from your fallen enemies, which is not too shabby. Now that we're all done with this 8th challenge, time to move on to the penultimate one. This one. I remember when trying to do this challenge the first time, I would take out one enemy from behind and then everyone in a 50-mile radius and their mother would get alerted to my location and soon enough would start shooting at me. Jesus, the annoying memories. But no worries, partners, since then I have came a long way and developed a method that should work wonders for this challenge. Go to Shady Belle and wait, where is everybody? Okay, first let me show you how to respawn the enemies in any gang hideout you have previously cleared, fast and reliable. First you need to set up a camp and sleep twice for 18 hours, the maximum amount allowed to sleep in this game. Then go to the nearest town which has lawmen, in our case roads, and start antagonizing the first lawman you see 3 times to get him to arrest you.
Don't you have
They'll
something better
give
to do?
anyone a badge these days, won't they?
Then surrender and spend the night thinking about what you have done, mister. Once out, find another lawman and do the exact same thing, antagonize him 3 times,
Hey!
then get arrested again. The moment you are free from prison, go to the hideout and if the enemies there still haven't respawned, set up another camp, sleep for 18 more hours, then when you wake up, go right back to sleep until it's morning. Now go to Shady Belle hideouts again and you will see that all the enemies here have respawned. Now it's time to take out your bow, then go to the left here, get off your horse and crouch, make sure you go inside the hideout via this area and always stay very close to the water. Target this specific enemy with a bow, shoot to kill, then run back to your horse and gallop towards these electricity poles so that the enemies in the hideout lose interest in you. And then turn back towards Shady Belle, go to the same area as before and use the same method again on the exact same enemy. As you will see, that enemy you previously killed has been replaced by another one. Neat! Apply the same method to respawn the enemy and do the killing for 7 more times and the challenge will be done with next to no effort from your part. And of course the game will be more than happy to give you some rewards, which will consist of $20 to buy
Something nice, not expensive.
and 115 health experience points. But more importantly, now you are just one more challenge away from being done with the Weapons Expert challenge. So let's have at it. What does the 10th challenge ask us to do? Sheesh, this sounds crazy hard, correct? I mean, a pathetic throwing knife can't possibly take out a big bad grizzly bear, especially without R2 taking any damage, right? Wrong! This challenge is actually one of the simplest to complete. All you need is a bit of preparations ahead. First things first, you need to learn the recipe to make poison throwing knives. The pamphlet for this recipe can either be bought from any fence in the game for $58 only after finishing the mission Pouring Forth Oil 4, or you can go to Saint Denis at any point in the game and check this shack here. Inside the shack you can find the poison throwing knife pamphlet under this floorboard. Once acquired, read the pamphlet to learn the recipe, of course. As you can see, the recipe asks for regular throwing knives, which we already know we can buy at the fence for $2.50, and for oleander sage, a poisonous plant that can easily be found at this spot here, near Saint Denis. Collect the poisonous plant, then use the rest method to craft the poison throwing knives, and once you are done, get on your horse, then go to this cabin near the Hanging Dog Ranch hideout. Once near the cabin, your horse will get agitated, and when you get off, it will run away. That's because there is a grizzly bear in this cabin, spooking the shit out of your horse. Head a bit further away from the back entrance of the cabin, at a safe distance from any potential bear attack, and once you see the bear coming out, enter Deadeye, mark and release the poison knife, and that's pretty much it. You can now either wait for the bear to die from the poison if you want that guaranteed 3-star grizzly bear pelt, or use a regular throwing knife to finish the challenge faster. Now if you somehow kill the grizzly in the cabin, no worries, here is a map with some of the spots where grizzly bears spawn. As for the reward for finishing challenge 10, as well as being done with the whole weapons expert challenge, you will get access to the weapons expert bandolier, unlockable again at the trapper for $70. So let's have at it, let's visit the nearest trapper and buy every gun equipment available and see just how well Arthur looks while wearing them. I hope you've enjoyed this video and found my methods to finish the weapons expert challenge fun and helpful. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like, comment which method you found the most interesting, and if you want to complete your collection of the other gun equipment or are interested in learning more about Red Dead Redemption 2 as a whole, click on the playlist showing on screen right now. See you, cowboy!